thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly, with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. Throwing on 2nd down. Pickett. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that's complete to Sanders. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, Giants. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants have moved out in front. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 27, Pickett over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And he's got it. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
From the 35 on second down, Jones. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It got his man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 37. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Another run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Pickett on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Pickett. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And he'll loft one in there complete to Watkins. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. To kick this one away. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And this is caught by Watkins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Pickett will look to throw it here. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Touchdown Giants. Saquon Barkley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Gano for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense. Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett, and on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Shreds it with a stiff arm. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Pickett now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Running right, here's Sanders. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pickett. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Pickett to throw on first down. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time, second goal.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Eagles 34, Giants 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Eagles on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Pickett. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. He's going to have the first down and then some. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Pickett sets up play action. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to throw, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. They'll run. It's Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Pickett's throw there, complete to Hamler. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Jones. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Here's Jones. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jones. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Jones. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown.